So, why are rabbits considered so lucky? In Chinese culture, the rabbit is considered the luckiest sign of the Chinese zodiac. Superstitious people often carry around a lucky rabbit's foot that they picked up for like $1 at a local flea market. But you gotta remember, there's a bunny somewhere hopping around with only 3 legs. Doesn't sound very lucky to me. The storyteller Uncle Remus used to tell tales of a blessed bunny who'd narrowly escaped traps and almost certain death using a little wit and a whole lot of luck. You'd probably think that Brer Rabbit is just about the most fortuitous critter in Fantasyland. For almost 35 years, generations of park attendees got to know him as the main character of one of the most quintessentially Disney attractions ever. Unfortunately, appropriating the likeness of characters from Disney's most problematic film doesn't erase what made the movie controversial. And so, they've decided to leave the briar patch behind, replacing the rabbit with a ribbit. You could say Brer Rabbit's luck has run out. But come to think of it, it's kind of tough being a bunny in Disneyland. Take Christopher Robin's friend Rabbit. He's pretty much a punching bag for Pooh, Tigger, and the residents of the 100-Acre Woods. It's a similar situation for the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. Not only is he perpetually late, but his boss is absolutely the worst, forced to do his job under the threat of losing his head hanging over him at all times. Plus, a little girl destroyed his home. There's Judy Hopps. She's disliked for doing her job very well, I might add, and is discriminated against by the rest of the police force. This guy here, he dies from a gastric explosion in Wreck-It Ralph. Turns out there is such a thing as too many pancakes. I don't think Bean Bunny has been seen since Muppet Vision 3D, which is why no one is around to help set off the fireworks. Roger Rabbit was the biggest animated star of the 80s, but was last seen in an animated short playing before a far-off place. Do you remember that film? 'Cause I don't. Mind you, he is married to Jessica Rabbit, so he might just be the luckiest rabbit on this list.
Come on, Roger, let's go home. I'll bake you a carrot cake.
Oh, and speaking of lucky, how about Oswald? After being stolen from Disney, he spent something like 70 years in ink and paint purgatory before being reunited with his cinematic sibling. The Lucky Rabbit? Really? I'm sorry, but tricks are for kids and I'm no fool. Disney rabbits are just about as unlucky as they come, but I'm willing to take a few minutes here to just educate myself. Maybe the Chinese recognize something about our cotton-tailed friends that I just can't seem to grasp. In this video, let's explore the Chinese New Year and see what's in store for the Year of the Rabbit. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Details. If you have a moment, why not click that like button for us and consider subscribing to Retro Spectrum. So Sunday, January 22nd marks the beginning of the Lunar New Year, ushering in the Year of the Rabbit. Ironically, that's the day before Splash Mountain closes. The rabbit was the 4th sign of the Chinese zodiac. Legend has it that the rabbit was an arrogant fellow and often teased his neighbor the ox for being so darn slow. When the emperor invited his animal friends to a party that would decide the order of the zodiac, the rabbit set off at daybreak. With no one else in sight, he thought it might be time to take a little power nap. By the time he woke up, 3 other animals had arrived, including his neighbor the ox. Now, it should come as no surprise that the ox had a much easier time crossing a large river than the rabbit did. He even gave another animal, the rat, a ride to the other side. I'm guessing he didn't make that same offer for the rabbit. In fact, the way I understand it is, the rabbit probably wouldn't have made it across the river at all had it not been for the assistance of a benevolent dragon. The rabbit wound up placing 4th behind the rat, ox, and tiger. Shanghai Disney Park does a spectacular job of showcasing the signs of the Chinese zodiac. In the Garden of the 12 Friends, you can experience the Chinese zodiac with a certain Disney twist. Remy from Ratatouille is the mascot for those born under the Year of the Rat, Babe the Blue Ox represents, well, the year of the ox. And Tigger, he's all about the year of the tiger. You probably remember Thumper from the Walt Disney classic Bambi. He takes the lead as the official character spokesperson for the rabbit zodiac. Typically, people born under this zodiac sign are said to be gracious, but don't mistake their kindness for weakness. Sometimes their quiet personality hides their confidence and strength. They are passionate and steadfast about their goals and live life with their hater blockers on. They are great at reasoning, and their attention to detail is second to none. Rabbits are extremely sociable and can be a bit spontaneous as well. Several of our favorite celebrities were born in the year of the rabbit, like Roger Moore, Sidney Poitier, Orson Welles, both Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman, as well as Bob Hope.
Honeycomb for the bear, and one dragonfly ripple for the frog. Don't get them mixed up.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are both rabbits. So are Kate Winslet, David Thewlis, Steven Seagal, Elliot Page, Helen Hunt, and Drew Barrymore.
Give me a break.
Jack Sparrow isn't a bird at all, considering Johnny Depp was born in the year of the rabbit. The same can be said about Danny LaRusso's original high school crush, Elizabeth Shue. Jet Li, he's a rabbit, as well as the voice of the genie, Robin Williams.
Right here, direct from the lamp, right here for your very much wish fulfillment.
John Cleese and Mike Myers are both rabbits. You'd kind of think they'd get along better. The MCU is home to a couple of bunnies, including Kurt Russell, Charlize Theron, and two separate Spider-Men, Nicolas Cage and Tobey Maguire. Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi was born in the year of the rabbit. He also directed the 2019 comedy drama Jojo Rabbit, so I guess it fits.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The rabbit is no coward.
And speaking of directors, we can also include Quentin Tarantino and Francis Ford Coppola. There are a couple of well-known athletes on this list like David Beckham, Charles Barkley, and Michael Jordan.
What'd you expect? Elmer Fudd?
It kind of bums me out that Tiger Woods was born in the year of the rabbit, just 1 year earlier, and he'd have matched his namesake. If music is more your thing, you should know that Old Blue Eyes is a rabbit, and so is Bing Crosby. And if you like Bing and people who sing, then maybe Sting might also be your thing. As for the fairer sex, Billie Holiday, Whitney Houston, and Tina Turner were all born in the year of the rabbit. And finally, English novelist George Orwell and legendary physicist Albert Einstein were both rabbits, relatively speaking. People born in the year of the rabbit typically get along with those born under the dog, pig, and goat zodiac. The same can't be said about roosters, rats, or dragons. They just wouldn't mesh well. The Chinese New Year will likely bring peace, harmony, and tranquility. So if you're a bunny, try to be optimistic. People born in the year of the rabbit should avoid the numbers 5 and 11. They should also avoid the colors gray, white, and brown. And that about covers it. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting our channel over the past several years. But before you go, I kind of want to hear from you. What do you have planned for the year 2023? Will you be visiting a Disney park at some point in the near future? Tell us all about it in the comment section below. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to Retro Spectrum so you don't miss a single episode of Details. Happy New Year, everyone!